Hi, I'm Sharon Haver from FocusOnStyle.com and
Brad Boles from the Real Housewives of New York City and the editor-at-large for FocusOnStyle.com.
he got it right this time.
I did.
We're always, we got to give Brad a kiss.
Yes, how are you all out there in the wonderland of America?
And maybe not even America, maybe the rest of the world.
That's true.
We have a lot of fans in London.
That's true. We
And-
also
and Paris.
and we're also being translated into Taiwanese.
I know, Brad was checking
I know.
some of these things, and we're being translated into some of the
We
coolest
are.
languages that you really wouldn't think we were, but
See?
we are.
It proves its
So-
style is across the board. Doesn't matter what country.
And the internet is absolutely, totally global, and that's what makes the world great.
Absolutely. And today we're going to talk about what's short, what's not, and what's hot.
What's hot? We like to be hot. Are you hot? We like to be hot. So one of the things Brad and I were talking about is we were noticing someone, and then we received a reader letter, and we thought this is a great time to share this with you. A lot of women, particularly when they start to go to parties or go out, they want to wear short skirts.
Yes.
And it's not always the best choice. And you can wear a short skirt, but there's things you need to know as to how to wear a mini and not look like...
Well, we won't go there.
Yeah, well,
But,
we could go there. I mean, there's a lot of...
Well, a good example is back in the day, which is my favorite.
He loves the day, that day that he's back in.
I know. Back in the day, Hervé Leger did all of the bandage dresses. And,
The bodycon dresses.
And the thing that was really interesting was at the time that he actually did them at a knee length, and they were actually quite glamorous. And what happened is all the girls started to go crazy, and they would chop them up and make them into very, 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 very short.
Shorter, until your skirt was this big.
And what happens is that I've noticed. Well, I don't know if anyone out there's noticed, but the bandage dress has made a comeback.
Absolutely,
But-
and Hervé Leger is back.
Yeah, but it's shorter than ever. And I mean, these girls, they're forgetting to cross their legs when they sit down, and it's not pretty.
It's the Too Much Information Act. Well, you know what I love? On Joan Rivers on Fashion Police has that topic where she calls it starlet or streetwalker. Well, it's not. It should really be like snooky or streetwalker. I mean, it's gotten to this point where I think what girls seem to not understand is, first of all, not everyone can wear skin tight dresses.
They can't.
They can't.
Well, no,
not everyone.
well, it depends. I mean, unless you're the situation. He thinks everyone should wear nothing.
Well, but the thing is, when you have, especially now, where women are much more athletic than they used to be,
Right.
and you've got big, bulky thighs,
Or you've got junk in your trunk,
or you got junk in your trunk,
which a snooki does.
or you
I mean, she's way too short. How about when she fell off the bicycle on the boardwalk because she was schnockered?
and she was Snooki was schnockered, and she fell off, and the fall from the bike to the ground wasn't as steep as the height of her heel to the ground.
Yeah,
So,
or it was all really embarrassing.
but the point is that when you wear a tight, short skirt, they really don't make you look like, as they call it in Brooklyn, a hooah.
Yeah.
If you have long, skinny legs. And I'm sorry, I hate to break the fact to
Yes.
everyone, but fashion is not for everyone.
No.
However, adapting fashion to suit your body is for everyone.
It is indeed, but also look at I mean, Lady Gaga. She's running. She's taken baby pink wigs, cut them up, and turned them into a skirt and dress, which was a recent fashion statement. And it's like, don't attempt that at home. And it's like, I don't know,
Just grown it out a little.
No, but it's really, really short, and then it's really long in the back. But the thing is and then she wears those huge, ridiculous shoes that are, I can't even describe them.
But the problem, I think, is that a lot of women out there, girls, they look at someone like Lady Gaga, or they look at Snooki.
I mean, have you been Gaga-ized?
No. Do you want to be Gaga?
Have you been vajazzled?
I haven't been vajazzled, but vajazzling, that's a whole, who's the vajazzling
Well, no,
for?
but if you're gonna do short skirts, you might as well be vajazzled.
Right, that's true, actually, because then your vajayjay will be sticking out. But
I think Paris Hilton has tried that.
has she had her vajayjay?
A girlfriend of mine, she's the one that does the Barely There salons, and that's
She's
their
the
specialty.
vajazzle queen.
Yeah, they're the vajazzle queen. So if you want to be a vajazzle,
No, I have no need to be vajazzled.
well, you might want to be vajazzle.
No, I mean,
do you do the short?
What are we talking about?
The skirt. Do you do the short?
No, I never do the short because just like J-Lo, I got a little junk in my trunk, and I don't have long, skinny legs. But what I
Did you ever do too
no,
short?
I mean, that's my body. I don't
So
have.
you never bent to a trend?
No, I'm not like Kelly Ben Simone, who's got these like 80-foot amazing long legs who could wear a blouse as a dress and look great.
That's true.
I'm not built like that. But what I do is
she could also have a diaper on and sit in a crib and nobody'd notice.
and she'd still look fabulous and gorgeous. But what I'm saying is, what I did do is I've worn plenty of short skirts in my time. I wear them just a little bit longer, so it's more in the middle of my thigh, and they look better if I'm wearing a darker pantyhose, like an opaque tie and a shoe, and it gives you a longer line.
So opaque tie
and you don't look
is
like
the
a
key
hooker,
word.
because when you're curvy, and curvy doesn't necessarily mean heavy. It means you're
curvy also doesn't necessarily mean hooker.
No, it doesn't mean hooker. It means that when your body's got a lot of action going on, even if you're a size 2, and you're showing it all at one time, you end up looking like a hooker, which is the same thing, which I think women often forget, is the shorter your skirt, the higher your neckline. So if you got all your top hanging out, you shouldn't have all your bottom hanging out. It's like make up your mind. And if your skirt is super short, tights are a girl's best friend, because you still get the short look, but you don't look exposed. And I think that's
true.
what we
Do you
need
think
to think
Elliot
about.
Spitzer paid for his girls on credit card or in cash?
The other thing to think about.
While you're thinking about hookers, did you hear he got? By the way,
he's on CNN.
No. Did you hear that he got denied membership to the Harvard Club here in New York?
Really?
I mean, now listen, I've been to the Harvard Club, and I got to tell you, there's some real questionable characters that are members of the Harvard Club.
There's a lot of questionable characters.
So
a lot of
I'd like to know. You're telling me, guys and girls. You're telling me that there isn't anybody that goes to the Harvard Club or is a member of the Harvard Club that ever hasn't pulled an Elliot Spitzer?
I'm sure a lot of people do it, but they haven't gotten caught.
Have you noticed recently though with celebrities and
how did we go from looking like a hooker to being a hooker? Because you know
because
what?
Short skirts.
But the hookers but a good hooker, the kind of guy that the kind of girl that the guy
Chanel.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, and I won't mention her name because you probably know who I was talking about. There was one who lived on Gramercy Park.
Oh, absolutely.
And someone bought her a townhouse, and she would wear Chanel skirts, granted, cut up to her pupik, but she'd have a little Chanel suit on, and very lady. Yeah, but this skirt was but still she somehow managed to look chic, and, she was the high-end girl that these guys didn't want anyone to say, oh, there he is with his hooker. As opposed to the girl he just met at a club, who you're going, is that a hooker? Which is what we're really down to.
But I know, but the thing is so when is too short too short? In my opinion, too short is too short when you actually can see the fabric is gathering at